When it comes to music, we all have our favorites. Whether it's rock, country, or jazz, music is a common denominator. It's something we can understand without barriers, and it's something we can share across the world.
I'd love to hear what they play in Antarctica, But yeah, music is probably the only universal language, I think. Like, everyone can relate to it.
I couldn't really imagine living a day without being able to listen to some of my favorite bands, and just the difference that it's made in my life is phenomenal.
It's funny because no matter where you go in the world, there's cultural differences in the music, but there's totally very similar aspects to it.
I think there's a genre for every person, and there's a genre for every mindset too. So whether you're feeling down or enthusiastic, I think there's always there's some song that's going to be perfect for you yourself in that mood.
I think we can all agree that music is universal. But what brings it to a whole new level is the act of making music.
Well, usually one of us will bring a shell of a song to the band, just basic parts. Like James will write a drum track and some guitars and a bass and send it to us, and we'll overhaul it. And we don't really have a writing by jamming dynamic. We have more of a composing, so more in the vein of classical music.
Wait a minute. Hold the microphone. Did you just say that metal music is similar to classical?
I do take a lot of influence from classical music. That's where the strings come from. That's where the harp and the flutes and the brass. If you muted all of the guitars and bass and drums in our songs, it would be a classical song.
I've heard a lot of people compare it to classical music, and that can be scary to compare, but I think the note choices and phrasing is all fairly classical in the sense that it's kind of technical.
We have waltz parts, we have slow acoustic guitar parts. So sometimes it's really calming, introspective. Sometimes it can be really an intense outlet of the negative energy.
A lot of metal can be jarring at first, but if you listen, there's a lot of artistic sides to metal too. It's not all just in your face, and I'd say give it a chance.
That's right. All that this band is asking for is a chance to share their music.
Nothing makes me happier. Just having the chance to play on a stage, whether there's 2 or 20 people there, is, I don't know, it just blows my mind, and it's what I live for, basically.
The bottom line is, we all have a soft spot for music. And if you happen to give Black Sea Deluge a listen, maybe, just maybe, you'll find a song or style that suits you. For Go, on Chaw TV, I'm Jenny Fortin.